This is $3 Bill Cinema.
$3 Bill Cinema strengthens, connects, and reflects diverse communities through queer film and media.
We are a LGBTQ plus film organization that has several different kinds of programs. We put on the Translations Transgender Film Festival. We have our annual Real Queer Youth film camp. We also have our outdoor cinema screening, and then we have our flagship program, the Seattle Queer Film Festival.
One thing that I really like about $3 Bill is how community-oriented it is. And the programming is very community-oriented. There's a whole group of people who are on the selection committees, and we have really interesting discussions with each other about what to program. And a lot of times we're looking at the merits of the film itself, and we're also considering, in conjunction with that, what is going to best meet the needs of our audience. And that's not always the case with other film festivals.
I actually first heard about $3 Bill Cinema when I was working for a different film festival in town, and I was invited to come to Translations to co-present this amazing Japanese transgender film, Close Knit. Like, I just never been in an all-queer audience before, and that to me was just like very visceral and very important. And I remember walking out of there like, how do I do more with this organization?
So I have always loved queer film and cinema, and I really want to be in a position where I'm supporting LGBTQ plus filmmakers.
Coming into film as a profession, as a fat, queer, Latinx femme filmmaker, there were some obstacles. In film school, I was usually the only person that looked like me in class.
So I would say that I have faced definitely homophobia, and I faced a lot of sexism in terms of, having my voice heard.
Basically, power begets power. And so if you have an industry like film where it's mostly one type of person is in charge, and by in charge I mean they control the purse strings, they control who gets the money. People are somewhat naturally inclined to trust other people that look exactly like them.
Last year we played a film called Rafiki, which was from Kenya. It's a lesbian, queer women's film, and it's a film that was banned in Kenya. We were able to screen it for our closing night film.
And I mean, it's a gorgeous film. If you have a chance to see it, go see it. But the way that I got to see it was at the SIF's Egyptian Theater. We sold it out. So there's there's more than 600 seats in there. And it was just like a really profound experience to be around 600 other queer people and allies watching this kind of lesbian film that we don't ever get to see ever, let alone on a big screen with like a big crowd. It was this really beautiful cinematic experience that I think when I look back on it will be one of my absolute favorite like film viewing experiences of all time. I think it's important to have a queer film festival because where else are you going to be able to see queer films made by queer people with other queer people?
We get more submissions than ever now, so there's lots of people making queer content. But I think in terms of supporting our community and having a space to come together, I mean, there is like opportunities for dialogue and for engagement.
That experience is not just limited to what's in that theater. It's before the film, after the film, talking about the film, having coffee after the film, going to the party after the film, meeting your next date at the film, talking with your crush after the film. All of those great things happen at a queer film festival that would not happen if you were just kind of watching it in between cat videos while you're at work.
I think being a new person coming to $3 Bill Cinema, what we're really doing is we're picking up this legacy that hundreds of queer people have poured their blood, sweat, and tears into to get, 24 years of this amazing organization. off the ground, you know? And I think it's exciting to think about like where we're gonna go in the future. And I really believe that our future is bright. As the saying goes, we're here, we're queer, we may as well party.